guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video you can see that my nails are in some serious need of TLC. I've been through the wars with them and I've been nibbling away at them from the stresses of everyday life. So if you want to see how I remove any sort of soft gel, acrylic or gel polish products, then just keep on watching and we will get these back to happy natural nails. So this is a quick rundown of the equipment that you're going to need. You need a file, a buffer. I've got two here, so this is just a buffing file basically that I get from Sally's. This is my white buffing block that I use most of the time in my videos. I just quite like the pink one to use over my natural nails because it's just a little bit softer. And then I've got some cuticle pushers. Any ones that you have will do. If you don't have these, then don't worry, you can also use an orange wood stick, is really recommended, or even a spoon will work, so don't worry if you don't have the cuticle pusher. Then you're going to need some tin foil just cut up into little squares, some cuticle oil of course, some 100% if you can get it acetone. I have that just stored in this bottle from Boots, however this is what I used to use before I would buy my acetone in bulk, so you can get that in Boots. It's about £4 and it works perfectly as well, so I would really recommend that. Then all you need is some cotton pads. We're going to cut them up later, and finally the last thing is some hand cream to help bring back some moisture into those hands. So first of all, you want to cut your tinfoil into squares. Now, these don't need to be perfect, they can be rough. All I've done is cut a long strip of tinfoil from the roll, and then I'm just going in roughly cutting up a square / rectangle shape. I think normally I get about 4 or 5 from a long strip. Then next you want to cut a cotton pad into quarters. If your nails are a bit longer, then I would suggest maybe doing thirds, and you will see why later on in the video this is important. So to prep the nail for removal, what you want to do is completely rough up the top surface. So when I say that, I mean on shellac or gel polish you want to kind of remove the top coat. You don't want to be going into the colour coat because then you might run the risk of filing your natural nail. If you're doing this over an extension like I am, ideally what you want to do is just remove the entire colour or design over the top. However, for the sake of this video, on my left hand I have just filed away the top layer, and then on my right hand I have filed away the full design and colour so that you can see how much longer it takes if you don't do that. And please ignore my terrible filing, the tripod is very much in my way making this so difficult. But next you need to fully saturate your cotton pad, and you can see just how much I've put on it by the amount I spilt. Put that into the centre of the tinfoil and then stick your nail over the top. Then you just want to gently wrap your finger, basically like a little burrito. Once you've got it nice and tight around the finger so it's not really going anywhere, I suggest that you just give the tinfoil a little twist and push it back over the top of the nail or over under the bottom, and that will just keep everything in place so that the acetone can do its job. So I'm just doing that again on my ring finger so that you can see, wrapping the nail and then tucking the tinfoil underneath. And we're going to keep on going with all of the fingers and then come back once you've left them for about 5 to 10 minutes. For the next step, you want to take off the tinfoil and the acetone and then go in with either your spoon or cuticle pusher or your orange wood stick, whatever you have to hand, and start gently removing the product that has begun to come away from the surface of the nail. Now you can see I'm pressing quite hard, and that's because one, I am an experienced nail tech, so I know what will and won't cause damage. But also, because I didn't remove the colour layer, this is just to show that the product really isn't totally ready yet. I can apply some pressure with it because I know that the Acrylic gel extension that is underneath has not begun to dissolve basically in the acetone. Once you're happy with how much you've removed so far, you can go in with a buffing block and just gently remove any bits that are kind of hanging off and haven't come off with the cuticle pusher just yet. And then you're going to go ahead and repeat that for the rest of your nails. Once you're finished with that, just gently pop the tinfoil back onto your finger. If you think there's not enough acetone inside, just pour a little bit more inside, or just make a whole new wrap altogether. So I soaked the left hand 3 times in acetone, and you can see, look how that has just sort of flaked away. That's what you really want to see. So if you're just removing shellac or gel polish, it's likely that if it's a high quality product, it should just flake away that easily, and when you remove the tin foil, it should just be ready to fall off. So I also, when I applied my last set of extensions, had some hard gel left on the surface of my nails. I don't often buff the whole way down, as this just stops any unnecessary damage to my nails, and because I redo them so often, it's not something that really bothers me. So that's why you can see this lighter area on my nail. But what I'm going to do is go in with my file on the 180 side and just gently smooth that over, and if there's any tiny little bits of extension left or nail polish, just gently buff that away. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going in with my file just to make the edges a little bit smoother, reshape my nail and finesse it, and then I'm going in with this very light buffing file. Now this is great for the natural nails because it's so gentle, just makes them really nice and soft and gets rid of the final little remnants of product. And then I've just applied some cuticle oil, and you can see my nail is perfectly fine. It's started to grow out under that extension, and it's looking healthy. So just go ahead and repeat those steps for all 5 of the nails. So this is how they're looking after I have everything removed. You can see on the forefinger there, that lighter area, and on my middle finger, that is the light pink hard gel that I did have underneath, and I haven't bothered to fully remove that, as I am going to go ahead and apply product to this in my next video. So they are looking a bit dry and all, but that's totally normal. They've been dehydrated in acetone for about the last 20 minutes. So all I'm going to do is go in with my cuticle pusher again and just do some cuticle tidying up. I'm just removing everything dead on the surface and all the dry, horrible skin, and then any little bits that are left hanging on the nail, I'm going to go in with my cuticle nippers just to remove those. And once I'm finally happy with how they're all looking, I will go in with my cuticle oil and get them feeling all nice and moisturized. So this is that left hand after everything is finished, looking much healthier and happier. And just for context, this is how my right hand looked after I removed the design and prior to soaking off my nails. So it just took away a bit of the bulk and made it much easier and faster for the acetone to remove. So this is how both hands are looking once everything is off, and I've applied a base coat of gel polish to them because I am going to film a design next, but that's always a good step, just to apply some sort of nail polish just to keep them looking their best, basically. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.